Greetings from South Korea. I am Arirang News AI anchor. Here is the news making headlines today. The United States issued a temporary 60-day waiver on Monday allowing Iran to produce and sell oil in exchange for US dollars. The reciprocal move follows productive talks in Switzerland, where Iran reportedly agreed to keep the strategically vital Strait of Hormuz open and readmit international nuclear inspectors. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance stated the agreement lays the foundation for a potential final deal, though President Donald Trump warned of swift action if Tehran fails to comply. Meanwhile, Iran maintained that full nuclear cooperation depended on the immediate release of its frozen assets. Addressing uncertainty over peace talks in the Middle East, President Lee Jae-myung has urged his officials not to let their guard down and to maintain an emergency response system. Speaking at a cabinet meeting this morning, he once again called for the need to diversify supply chains of energy and raw materials, saying that the war in the Middle East has revealed a vulnerability in Korea's economy. Lee also vowed to nurture new industries centered on robots, aerospace, and biotech to make the country irreplaceable. Korea's stock market plunged Tuesday, with the benchmark KOSPI closing at 8,203.84, down 9.99% from the previous session. A sell-side sidecar was triggered in the morning, followed by a circuit breaker after the index fell more than 8%. Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix each fell about 12%, marking their biggest one-day losses since the 2008 global financial crisis. The secondary KOSPI also triggered a sell-side sidecar before ending the session 7.9% lower. The decline was fueled by profit-taking from foreign and institutional investors after Monday's rally, as well as overnight weakness in U.S. technology stocks. Semiconductor industry insiders say Samsung Electronics sales of its 6th-generation high-bandwidth memory chips, also known as HBM4, have exceeded $1 billion. The achievement comes about 4 months after Samsung Electronics became the first company in the world to begin mass production of HBM4 chips in February. The chips are designed for the next generation of AI accelerators. Analysts expect Samsung's HBM4 sales to exceed $10 billion this year as the company continues to ramp up shipments. Korea has announced the creation of a new fund to develop the computer game industry. According to the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism on Tuesday, the fund, worth 120 billion won or around $7.8 million, aims to support Korean games from early-stage development to their growth into global IPs. It's the largest ever IP fund supported by the ministry's culture account, and includes contributions of around $3.8 million from video game developer Nexon, and $780,000 from investment firm Kona Venture Partners. The fund will focus on game-related areas with high potential for global expansion, including narrative-driven IPs and convergent content IPs. That is all from me today. Thank you for watching.